What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D. Out here this evening, getting my 10,000 steps in. Came stepping over here at the old school. Let's get into the topic at hand. Microsoft has laid off 9,000 workers. An insane 9,000 workers. And this is not new for them. They've done a few rounds. I want to say somewhere, I think this might be their fourth round, something like that. And each time, it's like thousands of people let go. But this cut here, this 9,000, I think this is their deepest cut yet. And boy, man, you got workers that, or former workers, if you being technical, they're pretty shook up about this. I mean, honestly, I don't know why, because if you've been working here at this company all this time and you've seen the previous rounds of layoffs, the way that they got did, how are you surprised that you got did the same way? I mean, unless you some amazing worker that they just can't live without. I mean, a lot of the grunt workers, they may want to believe they're special, but ultimately you're just an employee number to these companies. Microsoft is a soulless company. They've always been one, the most soulless of the soulless companies. I think Amazon now might be giving them a run for their money, and we'll talk about Amazon as well in a little bit. But right now, Microsoft, man, they're a soulless machine. They always have been. They always will be. Just the whole way Microsoft has moved in the entirety of the company's history, it's been pretty damn cutthroat when it comes to buying companies, when it comes to squeezing companies out, and when it comes to how it lays off. This just goes to show you how bloated the company must have been in terms of workforce if they can keep cutting thousands of employees like this, like round after round each year. And they don't seem to be any worse for it. I saw a video of one woman and she was complaining about what a terrible company that Microsoft is, and how they said that they're doing this so they can continue to make quality products. I don't even know what Microsoft is making right now. I guess what, the laptops, what else? They've got the Xbox division, which is, kind of like its own thing. I don't even know what the hell they're doing over there, honestly. I own the Xbox Series X. I got it 5 years ago. I regret buying it. $500. I never use that thing. I kid you not. I never turn it on. The Xbox, in my opinion, was a waste of a console. If you're someone who owns the Xbox Series X like I do, are you planning on buying another Xbox again, like ever in the future? Because I'm sure not. The way they did this, the Xbox One was a terrible machine. This machine is better in terms of hardware, but it has no games. Over there at the Xbox division, they bought studio after studio after studio after studio after studio. And what have they done with them? They get to release maybe one really bad game and then they shut them down. And some of the studios aren't even getting to do that. They shut down the one studio that was working on the new Perfect Dark, but we're probably not missing much of anything because that new Perfect Dark looked terrible. Joanna Dark was looking like a fat-chinned dude in a wig. So that should tell you what direction that they were going to be going with this. And they can't help themselves. That seems to be what happens with games nowadays, is that they hire all these activists, they self-insert, They absolutely loathe attractive women, so they make every woman intentionally ugly as possible. And if you don't like it, you know, you're a pig or whatever, because you know, it's just pixels, it's just polygons. If the looks of the character don't matter, then why do you guys intentionally go above and beyond to make the characters ugly? That's all I'm saying. Remember in the most recent Mass Effect, and I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here, but hear me out. Remember on the most recent Mass Effect, Andromeda, for the female character, they had a female model play the character, but they intentionally uglied her up. I know that's EA, but that's like Western games as a whole. They go above and beyond to intentionally ugly the female characters up. And then when you point them out on it, like, why are you doing this? They try to gaslight you like you're the weirdo for wondering why they keep making the characters ugly, when it's like you're the weirdo because you keep going above and beyond to make the characters ugly, and then you claim that looks don't matter. What's the whole point of doing this then? But I digress. We'll get back off that tangent. Thing is, Microsoft's a soulless company. They've shown this with the way the Xbox division has been operating lately, with shutting down studio after studio after studio and canceling games left and right. They've shown this over the last several years with the way they keep cutting their workforce. And one of the executives told the people laid off that if they need emotional support, to talk to an AI. Yeah, I kid you not. In fact, speaking of AI, I mean, that just kind of adds salt to the wound, because many of these cuts are happening because they intend on replacing these people with AI. I don't know how or in what capacity, because they haven't said. They've been pretty general about it, but they intend to replace these thousands of people that they keep laying off with AI. So these are the things that happens when you have bloated companies, you know, a tremendous workforce, and they're not turning a profit. They start slashing the workforce. This is also what happens when you live in certain areas and the cost of living is higher, so they're expected to pay you a wage that's a certain amount so that you can afford to live nearby. Well, if they have less people that they have to pay, you know, that just kind of lightens the load now, doesn't it? Amazon, because this is going to keep happening, all right? It's not just Microsoft. Amazon has already said that they intend to replace workers with AI, so expect some Amazon layoffs on the horizon, because that's definitely going to happen. And UPS, remember UPS, they were working in tandem with Amazon, doing all these deliveries, but the workflow that they were picking up, the amount of money they were seeing off of it, the profits wasn't worth it. So they had cut their workload with Amazon in half. And part of the reason why they said they were doing this is because they were going in automation. More layoffs will be coming, you guys. This is absolutely not the end. And it's going to be a lot more TikTok videos and a lot more YouTube videos of people complaining about soulless companies like Amazon and Microsoft. And let's see, what's another one real quick? I mean, UPS is kind of soulless, but they're not on the same caliber as these other ones. Apple's not quite there yet, but they're getting there. I wouldn't be surprised if in the near future Apple starts doing some layoffs as well, but they haven't done any mass layoffs. If they have done any laying off at all, it's not been enough for it to be noticeable. But we'll see how long that lasts. I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do, and hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.